Today we have something a tad different. Also, the cursing parlay has officially started. So if y'all don't know, my boy Tyler Relief, he mods for me. He also has a YouTube channel. Dalen, I think you're editing this. If you would please put Tyler's channels on the screen. You can put your channels on the screen too if you'd like. I've been wanting to do like original like reacts. So Tyler took some crazy stories on TikTok and compiled them into a list. And we're gonna check those out right now. So you already know the vibes. 1 curse, 3 push-ups. Let's just get this going. Talk to me. I've been getting freaky with my cousin and it feels so good.
But what the hell, boy?
Kanye West as title. Did not curse. I caught it up at the tail end of, no, it doesn't count. We all can relate. Stop it. I've been getting freaky with my cousin and it feels so good. To that I have to say, I want to hit you so bad. But let's just get straight into it.
My cousin and it feels so good. At the age of about 20, I was living the high life, incredibly fit, a martial arts instructor, and happy in every aspect of my life.
Who gets happy and just decides to lay pipe in their cousin, bro?
Then, my cousin, a year and change younger than me, is moving into my parents' place for college. Shortly after finding this out, I lost my job. No reason was given. I felt screwed over.
He quit, bro. He quit, bro.
This cousin grated on my nerves when we were younger. Well, she's grown, all woman-like and whatnot. Mind you, I'd never had a girlfriend or anything. Never played the game or any of that jazz. Just been doing my thing, minding my business, and, till recently, enjoying my surrogate children, the ones I was teaching. Moving along, she comes in and we start connecting in ways I'd never connected with someone before. She was close enough to my age that I had someone that I could almost relate to. I was ecstatic. Then I started to notice strange behavior from her. She would get closer to me, lean on me, touch me, etc.
Well, yes, that's... You're allowed to lean on your cousin's shoulder. I give my cousins hugs sometimes. Those are completely normal things. How does that transpire into y'all having intercourse though?
Etc. could have been friendly, if not that she wouldn't do it in front of my parents.
No, that's still...
That started the gears turning, and in the wrong direction. That's when I noticed that she was actually quite unbelievably hot. Little body, pretty face, adorable demeanor. So how does it go from her casually coming onto me, to full-blown playing around with each other? We were watching a movie in her room. She was complaining of a sore back. I offered a back massage, of course. I had done this for guys and girls alike, especially as an instructor dealing with people with back issues. So she lies on her stomach. I proceed to attempt to gently work out the knots, feeling her nice back through the flannel nightshirt. She was a size A, so she didn't generally
I don't even know what that
wear a bra
means.
to bed, so nothing to get in the way there. Then she asked if taking off her shirt would make things easier. My heart started pounding. I wasn't sure if I wanted to say yes because it really would make the job easier, or if I wanted to say yes because I wanted to see her beautiful back, and possibly chest, naked. Regardless, I said yes. I start working her back a little bit nicer, and eventually...
Yo, imagine their parents came in, bro. Imagine her parents like came in on this. How do you explain that?
move up to her neck.
Y'all seen that? What's that movie called? The Strange Thing About the Johnsons? That's what this is giving, bro.
Knowing the key and sensitive nodes, I started working those that would affect her more intimately. Soon, it became too much work to handle the neck while she was resting on her chest, so I recommended she get up and sit in front of me. We were on a bed, she did so, and I averted my eyes and handed her the shirt, button-up blouse, back. At this point all my hormones are shooting off, and probably have adrenaline running through me. Anywho, she...
Cousin, by the way. Cousin. Meaning his dad or mom's sibling's child.
Puts the shirt on and faces away from me. I continue to work on the neck, massaging. Slowly, she started...
What do you mean this has literally... Stanley, you're related to me. You can't say that. This has literally happened. Elaborate, please. He's trying to act like he don't remember. Jay, time Stanley out. Oh my God, Jay, you're so fire. Oh my God, Jay, you're so tough. You're so tough. Drive like this. W freaking mod. Mod of the freaking year, bro.
To move closer to me, leaning back further and further, until I realized that she didn't button up her shirt, and one breast was clearly hanging out. A beautiful perky little A cup.
Stop describing your cousin like this, please, bro.
Heaven, she was practically laying on me at this time, and I, scared.
Skull said what?
But oh so curious, started reaching down further and further, stroking the top of her chest and neck, and finally making it to her beautiful breasts. So soft and supple, she was reeling in the ecstasy of getting touched. Needless to say, things went downhill from there, and a semi-broken relationship that lasted about a year and a half ensued before she finally cheated on me, behind my back. I never penetrated her, but we did a lot of mutual.
Yo, what's up with his like word choice? I never penetrated her. You mean piped? What? Like imagine like Stanley comes in like, yo, I'm talking to this girl, da da da, and I go, have you penetrated yet? I look weird. I never penetrated her.
Touching, mouth stuff, and dry humping. She was my first real relationship, as much as that is, and to be honest, she was kinda bad.
So your cousin was your first real relationship. Got it. I'm gonna let it read the title.
That's why she would always flirt with my girlfriends.
Hold up.
But she just said she did it because
Wait,
I thought my sister was into girls, and that's why she would always flirt with my girlfriends. But she just said she did it because she lusts for me and was removing the competition.
What? Wait, run it back.
Just said she did it because she.
I thought my sister was into girls, and that's why she would always flirt with my girlfriends. But she said she did it because she lusts for me and was removing the competition. That's not computing in my brain. What? Who gave you these videos? Tyler Relief. Show his face, actually. Tyler Relief. Actually, matter of fact. Answer the phone. I know you don't have a life. Answer the phone. I know you don't have a life. Answer the phone. I know you don't have a life. Actually, matter of fact, he might even be in Discord. Let me see. Let me see if he's in Discord. Yep, he sure is. Yep, he sure is. He sure is. He sure is. He sure is. Yep. No, okay, hold up. 1 second, y'all. Yo, I'm streaming. Tyler, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I thought my sister was into girls, and that's why she would always flirt with me, with my girlfriends. But she just said that because she lusts for me and was removing the competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's you?
No, that's you. You're literally streaming it.
No, but like
2A?
ignoring me to call out gamer comms is crazy.
Lusts for me and was removing the competition. My 19M sister Haley, 20F, is a very open and flirty person.
Why is he so loud? Oh, I was in Discord, my fault.
She's never put a label on her attraction, but she has said she's attracted to everyone. Ever since we were in high school, she'd often flirt with girls I was interested in. She'd also flirt with my friends when they'd come over to hang out.
Whoa, Alan Animations, that's fire, bro. Congratulations.
Sometimes Haley would even come into my room without knocking just to talk to them. It was very uncomfortable,
Okay.
and some of my friends even stopped coming over to my house because of it. This made me really angry, and I told our parents, 45M and 42F, but they'd always say
Why are
I
we
was
giving
being
the name?
judgmental and to leave her alone. So
Alright.
she'd always get away with it. A few months after she graduated, she moved out of the house.
Tyler, thank you for sharing my story, man. Jay, 30-second timeout. Appreciate you.
And I haven't had to deal with her flirting with my friends anymore. 7 months ago, I met my now girlfriend Layla, 18F, and we really hit it off. We've been together a little over 4 months. One thing to note about Layla is that she's really shy, so she never voices any concerns until after the fact. Well, I really wanted her to meet my parents, so we set up a
Okay.
quick dinner at a nice restaurant on Tuesday night. Without even telling me, my parents invited Haley, who was almost 30 minutes
Alright.
late. For the better part of the dinner, she would constantly flirt with my girlfriend.
What? Flirt? Yo, flirting with... Imagine Stanley was talking to a girl that I liked, so I flirted with Stanley to get the girl to go away so I could talk to the girl. That's crazy. Oh, wait, no, it's the other way around. Stanley would have to talk to... Wait, I'd have to like Stanley. Never mind. I don't like this example anymore. Wait. I don't like this example anymore. I take it back. Wait. Hold up. 1 second. Not a clip. That is not a clip.
She'd give Layla compliments about her clothing, body, and facial features, and even offer her number multiple times. My parents would just laugh along with her antics, saying it's just how she normally is. But I could
Okay.
clearly see Layla was uncomfortable, so I paid my side of the bill and took her home. When we got to her house, I asked if I could spend the night, and she said yes. And that's where I've been for the past few days. My parents and Haley have been blowing up my phone, calling me all sorts of names, which has me thinking I was in the wrong. I haven't answered any of my sister's messages, but I told my mom where I am. When I asked
Okay.
Layla about it, she said the compliments were nice at first, but she got uncomfortable. Am I overreacting for making a big deal out of my sister flirting with my girlfriend? Update 1. Sorry this update
Talk to
took
me.
a few days. I'm still reeling from everything that happened. First of all, I want to thank all the people who left comments and judgments. I won't say much, as I'm sure you all want to know what happened. It's
Okay.
a lot. I'm still disgusted and don't really know how to feel about all this. Friday
Right.
night, I messaged my mom and dad to let them know I wouldn't be conversing with them unless Layla was given an apology. Up to this point, that still hasn't been received, and I don't think it ever will be.
Of course
I also
not.
let them know I'd be stopping by on Saturday to pick up my things from the house. Well, Saturday morning, I went over to the house and brought my girlfriend's dad, who we'll call Carl, to help me. Sitting on the porch was my sister, who immediately told me she wanted to talk. Anyway, we went inside and sat down, which is when she said she had to tell me something without me freaking out. Basically, in a much more toned down version, my sister told me she has had feelings for me since high school.
How though? How does that even manifest? Like, you grew up together. What?
Which is when I started going to the gym and slimming out.
Anime ad plot. Oh, no, for sure. W plot, but ill. I'm not going to ban you yet. I'm not going to ban you yet. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
A lot more. She said the main reason she flirted with all my friends is because she wanted to divert her attraction somewhere else. According to her, this is also the reason she moved out so quickly, because she couldn't stand being around me and knowing she couldn't have me. I left. I didn't get any of my stuff, and honestly, I don't know if I'll go back to get it. I blocked my sister and everything as soon as I got back to my girlfriend's house, and my mom keeps messaging me, telling me to apologize for walking out again. I don't know how to feel. I'm absolutely disgusted. I feel like throwing up all the time, and I'm not
gonna lie, some of y'all are going. Some of y'all are taking this and going with it. I ain't gonna lie.
sure how I'm supposed to get up and go to work tomorrow like
There's someone in this chat who's going for that.
everything's normal. I haven't told Layla or her dad yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. I have no idea.
Heck no. Ew no. That's not for me. I'm not from Alabama. Y'all have bro, why y'all so defensive, bro? I'm just kidding, bro. I can't josh around, bro. I can't tell little jokey jokes, bro. Heck no. There's some first time chatters chatting saying this, bro. Come on, bro. No N-word. Yo, that's all you. Hey, freaking yo. Hey, y'all, bro. I have never seen y'all get so defensive that quickly, bro.
If my mom or dad knows.
For the love of God, no.
But even thinking about it makes my head hurt. This is so much worse than I thought it was. Update 2. Last Tuesday, I messaged my parents, telling them everything my sister had told me.
Oh, he snitched.
It wasn't until Thursday that I got a reply where they called me all sorts of names.
What did I do? Be sexy? Why are you mad at me that my sister likes me? What could you possibly call me? Attractive?
They said I was perverted, a liar, a man-child, etc. However, after messaging back and forth with them for a while, it came out on my mom's side that my sister confirmed my story and wanted me to say it was false because neither of them wanted to believe it. It's safe to say I have no intention of talking to either of them for a long time. I told my girlfriend everything on Tuesday as well. She was a lot more supportive than I initially thought, so that worked out pretty well. On Friday, we told her father, and we started looking for apartments to move in together. As for all my things back at my parents' house, my girlfriend's dad
just started a new life.
And a few of my friends went to pick up my stuff without me. I gave them a list of all the necessary things. My friends don't know why I moved out, just that it was serious and not to ask. Which leads us to today. I know a few people on my update post commented about this being fake, and as much as I wish it wasn't, this is the hell I'm living in. Over the past week, I've been looking back at my sisters and my relationship and realized a lot of stuff that isn't normal.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like, when you find out this information, you can definitely look back and apply it to stuff.
I'd give examples, but
I just got ready for bed. What's going on? Oh, incest. Green 1 NJAX with the sub. Thank you so much. Let's get back to it though.
I just want this to be over with. Thanks for the support, and this will probably be the last update. Update 3.
This will probably be the last update. Update 3.
For a while, I forgot I made this post until it showed up on my Instagram feed a couple of weeks ago.
Yo, imagine opening up your heart and telling a story just to see the same story and freaking Minecraft parkour with text and TikTok music next to it with an afroed, swole, attractive, handsome man in a white t-shirt giving his unwanted opinion on it. Like, imagine that. Like, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, telling something from the confidence of the internet and then like this, like all of this happens. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's insane.
I figured I owed you all a final close to what happened 8 months ago.
Talk to me.
To be honest, it's not much. My girlfriend and I are still together, and let me just say she makes every single day worth it, and I can't imagine my life without her. I'm so lucky to wake up every morning and just be able to stare at her and remember that she's mine.
Aww.
She's so incredibly smart that I've seen her outwit our incredibly stubborn cat several times. Also, yeah, we got a cat. A silly little orange furball named Mikey with way.
You're crazy for getting an orange cat, bro. They're nothing but like agony and pain. Like, and more agony. I don't know why you would make that decision.
Too much energy for such a small body. He keeps trying to eat the fish out of the tank, lol. Pretty sure he has 2 functioning brain cells, and that's it. I'm truly living the life. She and I eventually found an apartment for us a couple of towns over. It's close to my girlfriend's college, and I got a pretty decent job here to support the both of us. My girlfriend's dad, who is an absolute saint, helped with the first and last deposit just to help us out, and I can't.
Oh, W Dad!
He's joked a few times about me calling him dad, so I guess that's where we are, lol. As for my parents and sister, I haven't heard anything from.
I'm hating on their happiness. When will it be my turn? Javon the One, you have to remember, he's actively coping with the fact that his sister has sexual feelings for him. What do you mean, when will it be my turn? Have you completely forgotten everything else that's happened in the story? What do you mean, when will it be my turn? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
My parents accept a few voicemails when I first moved from unknown numbers. One of my aunts told me that the truth came out a few months after I moved, and the whole family turned on them. Apparently, they left town, but I'm not entirely sure where they ended.
The good comes with the bad. Jay, 30-second timeout.
Up. As for my sister, if you can even call her that, she apparently stuck around town for several months but ended up spiraling into several substances and vanished with a
Oh no.
new boyfriend she got. I don't know where she is now, and honestly, I couldn't care less. She isn't my sister anymore and hasn't been for a while now. So that brings my story to a close. I'm sorry if it wasn't as exciting as people were expecting, and I apologize that it took me this long to remember. Thank you to everyone who sent such supportive messages and advice on what I should do.
I don't know, bro. Like the empathetic part of YOLO Burt with the resub or with the sub. Thank you, Yoyo, my favorite streamer right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, bro. I don't know, bro. Like obviously, Kai on Twitch with the gifted. Thank you, bro. It's like the empathetic part of me feels bad that the sister spiraled though. I don't feel like. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be in this situation. Dang. Wait, what was that? Oh, I don't know what that was. Like, freak, y'all are cooking me. Y'all are cooking me. The empathetic part of me feels bad that the sister spiraled and left town though, because obviously I wouldn't want that to happen to me. But like completely ghosting your sister and casting her off into the streets though, that's like, I hope she got therapy. Exactly. Like I don't know. I feel like I'd low key want to help her get therapy. I don't know. Talk
Of you. My mom is the academic baddie of the family. Did you realize your mom was jealous of you? My mom is the academic baddie of the family. She has.
So my mom was jealous of me? Wait, what? What's the title? Her mom was jealous, so she sabotaged her. Okay, W title. Let's go.
3 degrees and 1 PhD, all from Ivy Leagues. And whenever I won an academic award, she'd brag about it for weeks. Say it was all because of her. That was her thing. It was like she still wanted to hang on to her glory days. Well, I wasn't going to be the one to ruin that. So when she wanted all of my college application essays to go through her first, I let her. After all, she was the one to get my GPA up to 4.2. But then something strange happened. No college was accepting me.
How do you get a GPA up to 4.2?
And I never received a single rejection email either. Instead, I got angry, sometimes even threatening ones, like Harvard, who said my essay was a disgrace, or Brown, who threatened to have me blacklisted from other schools.
Is her mom sabotaging her essays? Predict. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm nice with the predicts. She is sending the essays to her mom, and her mom is ruining them. Lock me in.
It was around this time that I started to notice a pattern. Every time I got rejected, she got this look in her eyes like she'd known all along, like she wanted it that way.
Lock me in.
But there was only one college I actually wanted to go to, University of North Carolina at Charlotte.
You actively wanted to go to Charlotte? Why would you want that? Why would you? You actively want to go from whatever state you're in to North Carolina? All the states, 50 of them, all 50. North Carolina is the state that you pick? No, do what you want to do, bro. Like, choose. Go where you want to go. Go, like, happy for you.
I never told my mom about it because it wasn't an Ivy League. Plus, I didn't want her to think I was a failure for not getting accepted into yet another college. But then something strange happened. I got an interview within just 2 weeks of applying. They told me I was exactly the kind of student they were looking for. And that evening, I couldn't help myself. I did the craziest thing known to mankind. I told my mother. And despite everything, I still expected her to jump up with excitement. Or at least smile. But no. Instead, she just said, "That's wonderful, sweetie, but don't get too excited. You don't want to be disappointed." I stared at her blankly. It was the first time I asked myself whether my mom really wanted the best for me. But then I reminded myself about all the hours she had put into making me study. How my GPA was only high because of her. So I told myself the same thing she's always said to me. That I was being ungrateful.
Some of y'all need this. Forget the story. Some of y'all are under the age of 19 and need this right here.
So I told myself the same thing she's always said.
Give it up. That's crazy. All right, back to the story though.
That I was being ungrateful. But after a week, I finally snapped because my dream college told me
you'll need that in 5 years. Think again, honey. Think again, honey. I'll need this. I'll need what in 5 years? What will I need in 5 years? Bit? Are you serious? Who's gonna need that in 5? Girl, please. Inches. Don't ever play me like that again. What? Tommy has way more hair than me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
But a week later, I got the email from UNC Charlotte. There it was, in plain red Arial font. Rejected.
Run a pick through that bird nest? Absolutely not. I think I'd actually rip off my scalp.
It was the nastiest email I had ever seen. Didn't even mention my grades. Just talked about my poor character. But I wasn't confused. I knew that somehow my mom was behind it. So I
Oh yeah, no, she's going back and sabotaging you,
stopped
bro.
telling her anything. Found a tiny school 3 states away that she'd never heard of. Applied in secret. Got in. Packed my car the day after graduation and left while she was at her stupid book club. For the first few weeks, she called me every day, but I never picked up because every time she would leave me a cute little voice recording. One was 5 minutes long where she described how much of an embarrassment I was to the family name. Another said I was sabotaging everything she had worked for. And, my favorite, that I was going to end up in a dead-end job at 30 and end up dying alone. Like, Mom, isn't that you?
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? You're literally sabotaging your child, bro.
Lol. Anyway, I blocked her after that, and most of my family took my side. Fast forward 5 years, and I'm now a paralegal with an amazing salary and prospective job. I was in the middle of joking
Okay, crazy
to my
flex.
coworker about how we both thought we'd never get into college when she asked what my GPA was. 4.2 dash. What? She exclaimed. How the EF did you struggle to get in? Before I could even respond, she picked up her phone and called her dad. My dad's a college admission officer. Sorry, but I need to know what happened. I just smiled. Daisy had always been a little quirky. Daddy, do you know a Zephyrine counter? My name. By this point, I was almost keeled over from how hard I was laughing, swatting the phone to try and get her to give up. But as soon as he responded, my body went still. From 2019 to Harvard, Daisy was smiling. I wasn't. Yes, Daddy, I knew your memory was still good. Why didn't she get accepted? She's the girl whose mother called. The entire staff was gossiping about it for months after. My heart dropped. After 4 years, I finally figured it out. My mom called.
Ah, what? No. What? My gay roommate is making me gay. I don't care. Where is the? This better be the part 2. This better be the part 2. This better be the part 2. I don't give a. Hey, bro, go to Tyler, bro. That's Tyler's fault. That is Tyler's fault. Get on him. Do not get on me for that. That is not my fault. Get on Tyler, bro. Okay, let's get into this next one. What the Tyler, don't make me mad, bro. This whole better not have a part. This whole better. I can't call him. He's gaming right now. He's gonna ignore me.
My gay roommate is one of my best friends, but lately his dating life makes me feel weird, and I'm worried I might be homophobic towards him. First things first, let me say that I've never thought of myself.
Hook of doom. Hook of doom and despair. What?
As being discriminatory before. I, 22 male, had a gay friend in high school and we made it through some tough times together. I never felt weird about him dating a guy. So all of this is coming out of nowhere. Alex, 23 male, has been my roommate for 1 year, and I pretty much knew up front about him being gay. At some point we became friendly enough with each other that we could even joke about it. As in, sometimes he'll pretend to flirt with me and I'll pretend to flirt back. I'm straight and he knows.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder when I say this. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. It's okay though. There's actually nothing wrong with being gay. So like, it's not even that big of a deal. However, I have never once in my life pretended to flirt with any of my gay friends.
He knows that, but I don't feel threatened by him flirting with me, and he says most straight guys do. The problem started because of this. Alex brings guys home sometimes. At the start, I thought I was okay with it, since it's really not my
What, you're getting jealous. You're getting jealous.
business who he sleeps with. He's usually discreet enough about it that I don't see/hear anything I wouldn't want to see/hear from anyone else. But for some reason I've started feeling weird if I even see him with other guys.
Aww.
I don't know when it started, but one time that really sticks out to me is when I came home and saw him and some guy making out on the couch. I don't know how to describe what it was like to see that, except that for a moment I felt so bad I thought I was going to throw up. Alex was embarrassed. He didn't think I'd be back for a while, but I told him it was okay since I was embarrassed too. I felt bad for being as disgusted as I
That cake looks crazy.
since there's no good reason for me to have a reaction like that. I thought maybe it just caught me by surprise and that's why I reacted so strongly, but it turned out it wasn't a one-time thing. After that, every time he has a guy over, not that often, but every once in a while, I just start feeling like crap and wishing that guy would leave, and I can't stop thinking about what these guys might have done to him even though I don't want to imagine that. It makes me really uncomfortable and grossed out. And these are just guys he fools around with. I don't know what I'd do if he ends up getting an actual boyfriend. Alex has started to notice and it's affecting our friendship. The other day I came home right when some guy was about to leave, and the guy tried to be polite to me but I ended up...
You ended up, that's my man. That's my man. That's the energy you had. That's the energy you had.
being rude to him. Don't remember what I said, but it was really obvious I was pissed. When the guy left, Alex asked me why I was being a jerk. I didn't know what to say, but then he asked if I had a problem with him sleeping with other guys. I said no. For some reason that pissed him off more, and he said I can't complain since I used to bring my FCK buddy over and he was forced to see me being affectionate with her sometimes. I was in a friends with...
Oh, like y'all, okay, so y'all both like each other. Okay.
Situation with a girl in the early days of me and Alex living together.
Yo, skip to the part where y'all get together, bro. It's like, it's so obvious. It's almost cute.
But I broke it off after a few months and I haven't done anything with anyone since. I agreed with him and told him I was just having a bad day and I don't care who he sleeps with, but he looked...
There's tension. That's what it... Bro, the sexual tension is OD building.
And told me he's going to a friend's place to cool off.
Wait, who? Where? You gonna ask him that?
Okay. When he was leaving for some reason he casually said, and you'll be okay if I sleep with him as long as I do at his place and not ours, right? Or something like that. I told him it's none of my business what he does at someone else's place, but when he said that I felt sick to my stomach and couldn't stop thinking about it. He didn't show up later that night even though he was supposed to hang out with me and my sister. He's never blown me off before and it made me feel like crap.
We know he's never blown you off. That's the problem. We know he's never blown you. Like that's where the problem is coming from. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
But part of it was my fault since I made him feel like I was judging him for sleeping with guys. Now he's acting like nothing happened, but I'm worried I might mess things up if it happens again. I want to keep him as a friend, but he'd be hurt if he knew that whenever I think about him with other guys it disgusts me. How do I deal with this? I've never been homophobic, but I've suddenly developed some kind of homophobia where just the idea of my roommate's intimate life...
Once again, I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder when I say this. It's not homophobia. You're just gay. It's jealousy. It's jealousy. It's jealousy. It's jealousy, bro.
It makes me
Come
uncomfortable. And I don't react like this to other gay people either. It's just out.
I know you don't react like this to other gay people because you like them.
I don't know if this means I'm only okay with gay people as long as I'm not living with them or what. Does anyone else have experience with this?
Wait, he actually doesn't know he's gay. That's crazy. Like, bro, this is... Oh, I gotta read the comments. I gotta see the comments. Honey, the closet is glass. Okay, so there's a river in Egypt. Who's gonna tell him? Sleeping with other guys, that's the key part. Yeah, my gaydar is going on. Yeah, my jaw looked like Vegeta's scouter, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so he's closeted. All right, next. She pooped herself and then he falsely got accused. 8 minutes and 51 seconds. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. No. Allow me to read it again and pay attention to the time. She pooped herself, then he got falsely accused. 8 minutes and 52 seconds. No, I'm moving on to the next one. Okay. Yo-Yo, just listen to the title and exit, bro. Don't even listen to the rest of the story. All right, let's get it going.
At a friend's house, I spied on her dad in the shower and fantasized about getting on my knees and begging him to enter my mouth. At a friend's house, I spied on her dad in the shower and fantasized about getting on my knees and begging him to enter my mouth.
You hear that? Are you listening to the same thing that I'm listening to, bro? So we're hearing the same thing. Tight. I don't even blame you.
Suddenly, he spotted me. I quickly bolted to my room and slammed the door shut. But then, in the early hours of the morning, he appeared in my room. Since I was 16 years old, I had fantasized about sneaking into her
Next. His wife's sister tried to advance on him. Okay, let's do that. Jay said, never mind, quick as do not let the story run. Part 2? What are you talking about? Part 2?
Wife's sister tried to kiss me and now my wife is spiraling. Help me. As the title says, my wife's sister made a pass at me at a recent family gathering and I have no idea what to do. For context, I think my wife Jenna is absolutely gorgeous, but she has some really negative body image issues. This is in large...
Wait, y'all have the part 2?
Wait, y'all have the
part 2? Y'all have the part 2? Y'all have the part 2? Wait, you found it? Did you find it? Did you find it? Oh, killer assassin, you're a goat.
Harvard, pretending I was a credit card thief to destroy my
28 minutes?
future. I knew I had to make her pay. After discovering the paranoia, she started walking me to my car after work, checking underneath and around, contacting anyone I dated in college.
Yeah, y'all got that. 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 Suddenly, I don't feel like listening to it anymore.
Who was very conventionally attractive, as opposed to Jenna's more unconventional but, emo, striking beauty. Mary was a successful model until a couple years ago and now works in the fashion industry. In our early days
ADHD final boss, 110,000%.
of dating, when I would
No, because if you can't tell a story in 15 minutes max, I have to say, I think that's a skill issue. That has to be a skill issue. Taking 28 minutes to tell a story is crazy. I'm good, bro.
tell Jenna she's beautiful, she would always say, just wait until you see
You make 6-minute reactions 40 minutes. GG's. This current reaction is actually 40 minutes right now currently.
my sister. When I did finally meet her family, she would randomly press me for weeks to talk about her sister, whether I thought
Okay.
she was more attractive than her, etc. I always told her the truth, that I think Mary is attractive in a boring way, and that I think my wife is much more beautiful and interesting to look at. She wouldn't let it
That's an interesting compliment.
go until I confronted her about how uncomfortable it made me and asked her what was going on. This is when she told me that she always had a chip on her shoulder about her looks because of being compared with her sister growing up. They fell into the classic smart one/pretty one dynamic their whole lives. She also
I
said
see.
Mary had a habit of being flirty with all of her exes, and warned me that it would happen to me eventually. She then started sobbing and begging me to not cheat on her with her sister, to which I forcefully said I would never cheat on her with anyone, let alone her sister. I've been crazy about my wife since day one, and there's literally no woman on earth who could come close to her. I honestly
Right.
didn't believe her about the flirting at first. I assumed it was just an extension of her.
No, some people real life only go for taking people. Like some people genuinely get like a kick out of it. It doesn't even matter if she's attracted to bro or not. It's more, I'm taking this from you. So that if someone told me that, if like someone told me their sister was like that, I would 100% believe it, because that's like such an understandable thing to do. My ex best friend did this to me. OMG, never again. Jay, you know what's crazy? I've heard so many women say that about their friends though. Like I've heard this before. Like this is not surprising.
Her insecurity, but I was wrong. Whenever we get together with my wife's family, Mary always finds ways to touch me and make little innuendos/comments about me or my body. It's super uncomfortable for everyone, especially my wife, and I've called her out on it before. She'll cool it for a while but eventually start doing it again. It's been 6 years of this, and every time it happens my wife is upset for days and I have to do a lot of reassuring. On to the current problem. A few days ago we were at my Mill's birthday party, and Mary asked
Okay.
me to help her grab some things from the garage. As soon as we walked into the garage, she turned and pressed me up against the door with her whole body and
Strong ass girl, bruh. What?
started trying to kiss me. I immediately pushed her off and asked her what the F she was doing. She started giggling and saying she was just doing what we both have been thinking, and kept insisting, you
We have not been thinking that. I'm not gonna lie. Do not that. That is not a common sentiment. No.
want to. I told her she was out of her mind and ran out of there. I went straight to my wife and told her we were leaving. The whole ride home she was asking me what was wrong. I wasn't sure whether to tell her
Y'all know what y'all gotta get good at, bro? Y'all know what y'all gotta get good at? Y'all gotta get good at this. You gotta get good at this. You gotta get a good stiff arm, bro. This isn't moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter where I go, bro. A good stiff arm, bro. You gotta just get that. You gotta just get that. I promise you, bro. And you're not hitting anyone. Just stick out the arm, bro. Stick out the arm. Nothing happens. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
because I knew how much it was going to hurt, but I also thought Mary would probably try to spin it as me making a move on her, so I knew I had to just say it. I told her everything and she cried the whole way home. For the last several days Mary has been calling and texting my wife, doing exactly what I thought she would do, even telling my wife that I said she, Mary, was the hottest girl I've ever seen.
Cap.
Which I had to assure my wife a million times that I did not and would never say, even though she believes my account of the situation. She's been a complete wreck the last several days. She's hardly eating. She pulls away from my touch when I try to hug her
Oh, and now this dude has to deal with
or
that.
just hold her hand. She says she feels
Wait, what's your question, Monkey Agiani? I didn't see it.
hideous and disgusting and I don't know what to do. This is the lowest
He did say she was boring hot. That's such a... Why would you say... Let me give you some game real quick. 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 To all my men in the chat, if your girl asks you if you find another woman attractive and she genuinely wants your answer, no matter if she's telling you to lie or not, do not say the woman is attractive. Don't do it. My ears, good. It had to be delivered. It had to be delivered. It had to be delivered. Do not answer that question, bro. And don't say she's boring hot. That's stupid. Boring hot? That was such a boneheaded thing to say. What? As a woman, I agree. Peace and love. Yes. What? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
And it hurts to see how much she's hurting. I have no idea what to do to help her heal from this. What should I do?
You might have to actually just suplex her wife's sister, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's the only way to get out of that situation. No, what even is boring hot? What is boring hot? Hot, but like, it's a freaking oxymoron. That's like calling someone tall in a short way. That's like calling me black in a white way. That doesn't make calm and hot. Those two don't go together. Librarian hot? No, librarian hot is a completely different genre of hot. That doesn't make sense. Unconventionally attractive? Just say that. Getting cheated on and he's coping. All right. Oh my God. He's probably, okay. Lock me in. Lock me in.
What are my next steps after I caught my wife in a compromising position with my friend? Hosted by you /
Okay, so
08.
the steps are, check me out. One step. Step one, that's step one. Step two. Step three. Step four. Step five. And step six. You following me? I feel like any other step. Okay, maybe if you took like a step 4 and like kicked her, but like then you have to continue with a step 5, step 6, step 7, step 8. You know what I'm saying? But anything outside of that, I don't think there are any other steps that you should be taking. Fee, fi, fo, fum ass steps. Come on, bro. What do you mean fee, fi, fo, fum? What do you heavy ass steps? Come on, bro. What are we doing, bro? What? All right.
This is not a clear-cut cheating story, so I'm truly at a loss. My wife, 39F, and I...
Elden Ring boss steps. Earthquake. 10 dead in Alaska. It's going to be a long stream. I have a wedgie.
I, 42M, have been married for 15 plus years with kids. About 2
You're married! Switch him down.
years ago, we started hanging out with this other couple we met through our school. We've gotten really close. I can
They hit y'all with the pineapple?
consider the guy, 43M, my friend, and my wife also hangs out with his wife. When the four of us hang out with our families, there's usually a good amount of alcohol involved. The event in question happened right before Mother's Day, and I still haven't digested it.
Oh.
We were hanging out with the other couple as usual when my wife went to the kitchen with the guy to refill their drinks. I had a mostly full glass and was looking pretty comfy on the couch, still talking to the other wife, when I decided to go join them in the kitchen for whatever reason.
They got it on in the kitchen? Bro, that means not only... Bro, she did not love you. It's one thing to cheat. Okay? It's one thing... Say I live with a girl in this very crib. If she cheated on me, that's one thing. If she cheated on me in my freaking kitchen while I'm still here, she has never loved me. You're telling me you don't even have the decency to remove yourself from the vicinity? Oh, she never loved headset dent? Oh, that's pretty big. Bro, why am I getting headset dents again? What? Why am I getting headset dents again? Oh. my God. All right, bro. All right, you got it.
When I got there, I saw my wife with her back against a wall, laughing, with my friend leaning over her, his mouth maybe kissing her neck or really close to it. They were both pretty drunk. I immediately screamed, "What the F is going on?" They jumped apart, looking shocked to see me, and my wife
Why are you shocked to see me? I'm in the other room.
kept saying she could explain, etc.
What explanation?
It was like something out of a crappy Lifetime movie. We were all talking over each other, and then I started heading to the car, grabbing my kids on the way. I was about to leave her, but she climbed into the passenger seat anyway. I wasn't going to kick her out of the car with our kids in the back, so we drove home in silence. When we got home, my wife
My kids in the crib too. Oh my God.
started crying. She told me this is what happened. Weeks ago, he started doing random small things around her while we all hung out if my, and his wife's, back was turned. He would grab her hand or touch her hair. The most they spoke about it was that she said he should really stop doing these things but then kept letting him or finding ways to be alone momentarily with him. She claims they never communicated by text or phone call, never met up, and never even kissed.
Okay, you still cheated. Just like what? That's still okay.
In retrospect, I do think he was subtly
Yeah, I cheated on you, but I never sucked his dick. Like what? Okay, cool. What? Thank you. What?
flirting with her, but I thought at the time,
If anything, I feel bad for you. If you go behind my back, at least go the full mile. At least get dick. Like, what? What? Why are you only kind of cheating? That doesn't even make sense.
that it was the usual gentle teasing we would all do as friends. I asked her if they were going to kiss that night if I hadn't caught them, and she says she's not sure but she may have
Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. Just because you, what?
let him. She says she's not even physically attracted to him but enjoyed the validation she got from him putting these moves on her. She has had a long
Is 2 kids, a house, and a Ford Explorer not enough validation? What are we talking about?
history of requiring a lot of reassurance that she's attractive and that I am still into her. She immediately let me have her phone and search through it, and I didn't find any texts between them. I asked her if this would
For real, because if you don't go all the way, not only am I married to a cheater, but I'm married to a quitter. That's what I'm saying. Bro, my wife better get put in 7 positions. What? What? Bro, it better be so good that I can sit like this. I'm wildin'. I'm bugging. Okay, wait. I got too engrossed with the clip. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it.
have led to sex, and she adamantly said no. The worst thing
Cap.
then was that I asked her if she fantasized about him when she was with me or getting herself off. She said no to thinking of him while with me but admitted yes to thinking of him when alone. Needless to say,
Oh, that would make me sick. Have y'all ever been cheated on before? Hearing this would make me fall to my knees, bro. I know this because it's happened before, bro. I'm not going to say the context. I'm not going to say anything. But I was once told I wouldn't want to hug you because I don't want... No, wait. What did she say? She said, I wouldn't want to hug you because I'd only think about hugging him. I'm telling you. We were sitting in my room talking about it. I literally walked into my bathroom and unironically fell to my knees, bro. It's like it's one thing. This happened years ago though. It's one thing for it to happen. But when you hear it, like when you hear the confirmation that they actually meant it and that they actually wanted to get themselves to something, I'm telling you, bro, it is a unique feeling, bro. It is a unique feeling, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. What's good, Angel?
I'm cutting off all contact with my friend. I told my wife I'm thinking about divorce, and she's begging me to reconsider. She's telling me we will go to counseling, I can track her location, etc. All the things. This really sucks. I don't know how I can get past this betrayal. I don't know how I can trust her again. But I also don't know how I can leave what I thought was an amazing marriage and give our kids a broken home without attempting to try to work
Oh, and y'all got kids,
through
bro.
this. I can't talk to any of my friends or family about this because it makes me sick, and I feel embarrassed that I let this happen. It's been hard pretending to be happy on Mother's Day for the sake of our kids. I can't sleep and have barely eaten. I can't concentrate at work. At home, my wife just cries all the time.
Bro, I know his freaking, his stomach drops at least 5 times a day, bro.
What the F do I do? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. You didn't catch them, and they would have done more and more each time until finally meeting up alone.
It 100% would have led up to, it definitely would have led to them doing something, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what you do here, to be honest. Obviously the friend has to go and be blocked everywhere. What did the guy's wife do about all of this? Op's response. I honestly wasn't watching the other wife that carefully while this was going down because I was freaking out. She also seemed shocked but didn't say much, just kept repeating, what happened? I watched my wife send her one text since then saying, I'm sorry for not stopping this and my part in everything, but she didn't respond. I have not tried to reach out to her myself. Did the other wife find out? Yeah, I replied earlier, but she also came in shocked when she heard me yelling. But she hasn't responded to my wife's apology text since, so I don't know how much she knows. I don't know if I'm ready to reach out to her either. She may not want to hear from me or might have heard a different version of events from her husband.
Oh, 100%.
Commenter 2. She's lying to you. No one has sexual fantasies about some.
Yeah, and cause once again, even if it's true that you didn't do anything with them, why are you even thinking about them sexually if you're not even gonna do anything with them? That doesn't even make sense. You might as well spend your energy thinking about me. That doesn't even actually make sense. What? What?
Someone they're not at least semi-interested in. You can be flattered by interest and make it clear it's not welcome. She did nothing of the sort. She encouraged it. And got off on the sneaking around, which means she got off on lying to you. Op's response. She explained that she isn't physically attracted to him and wouldn't imagine herself actually having sex with him as he is in real
Then why did she let him pin her to a wall and kiss her neck?
life. He was more of this vague presence in her fantasy that was just obsessed with her and made her feel desired. You're right, she didn't stop him as she should. She said she got off on the high of feeling wanted. Op adds an edit to his post. I just want to clarify one point since I've had many comments addressing this.
Pre-cope. He's gonna defend her. Alright, another parlay. He's gonna defend her. Watch.
We do not.
Yo, honest question. Why don't you ever get a lining? 1, it's expensive. I don't want to spend $25 a week to get a freaking haircut. 2,
Angel is
I don't
tired
feel like I need
underscore
one.
cheered.
Talk to me.
X100. Did you miss the goat of Yoyo's stream me Angel? I'm better than Yoyo in.
Cut it off. Ha! You thought I didn't know how to do that, but I do. Ha! Thank you, Angel. Dickhead.
Drink and drive. One of us is usually the designated driver and has one glass of wine with food, while the other 3 get a little sloshed. Just needed to say this so people didn't keep assuming we're putting kids in danger. I was not drinking the night this happened, and I'm sorry for not clarifying this before. Update 15 days later. Sorry it's taken me a while to get back to this. It's been really busy, as you can imagine. I appreciate all the support and
I hate when the OP is a doormat. I hope the OP is not defending her. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think he's gonna stay, bro.
advice for this difficult situation. Shortly after the original post, I did reach out to the other wife, asking if we could meet in person or at least talk on the phone to see if the stories matched. She pretty much responded with a version of we are planning on moving forward as a family, and talking about it with you will not be conducive to that process.
She took him back.
For us. She wished me peace or some bullcrap and then both of them blocked both of us. I know there are other ways to contact them, but I'm not gonna be that guy. We decided to start marriage counseling and have an appointment set up.
Oh no! Yo, what?
This week. I also finally convinced my wife to get therapy for her issues as well, but her appointment isn't until later in June. She is still being transparent and answering whatever questions I have about anything. She is still maintaining that all she ever did was flirt and share a few touches here and there while we were all hanging out, and would never have met up with him outside. She says she enjoyed the thrill of being found desirable by someone that was taboo. It got to her head. I looked through her phone many times again, more thoroughly, and I didn't find.
Check me out, bro. Notes app, Google Maps history, recently deleted text messages, email, deleted photos. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good 5. That's a good 5. That's a good 5. That's a good 5.
Then he deleted texts, apps, etc. I even looked up websites on how to catch cheating on phones and followed their advice on how to search. I hate to disappoint most of you who commented, but I am trying to give her this benefit and move forward with our marriage for now, as she has been an amazing wife otherwise. I do know that I may never have 100% of the truth. I'm not an idiot. I don't trust her fully, but maybe one day I can get there. Here's the tricky part. Our kids are in the same
Kids, bro, kids. That's different. That's different. That's different.
elementary school as theirs, and my wife is involved in the PTA, so there's a guarantee we will run into this family. It's actually pretty surreal to go from being such good friends to no contact. My wife has begged me not to divulge any of this to anyone at the school or mutual friends, as she doesn't want our kids to lose friends or our family to be stigmatized. I do see her point about that.
Yeah, no, don't bring it there. Don't bring it there.
But I did follow your advice and spoke to a couple of my best friends from before about what transpired. They were shocked she would do this, but supportive when I told them I'd try to forgive her.
No, that's yeah, no, no, great for you, guy. Yeah, no, dude. No, yeah, you're a great man. Amazing. Better than me. Better than me.
I'm thinking of getting a therapist, though. I still don't want to tell anyone in my family because they can keep grudges and would use this against her forever. Finally, I'm sorry I made the original post seem like we were all alcoholics or something, but that's really not the case. We would get together and drink 2 to 3 times a month, and it was our main social drinking outlet. We would have maybe 3 to 4 drinks each, except for the one who was the designated driver. We don't drink when it's just the 2 of us, except for date nights. We don't do weed or other drugs. I just mentioned the alcohol to give context that they were both
Bro, this is a story about cheating. Why are we hyper fixated on the drinking?
under the influence when
What's good, Archo Chronicles?
this happened, not to give an excuse or serve as the focus in the story. Thank you again for all the comments. It was helpful to have a place to go to initially for this crap before I was ready to talk to people. It still feels like my life has turned upside down, and I still am hoping it's all a bad dream, but I think I've accepted it better now. Top/relevant comments. Additional info from Op. I don't want to keep repeating myself in multiple comments, so I'll try to respond to the main concerns brought up here. My wife is facing consequences. She is a wreck, barely eating or sleeping. At least on the outside, she seems to be suffering. I heard her tell her sister on speakerphone what she did, and she couldn't keep it together during the conversation. They were both crying. Her parents made
Why are you? If Tyler tells me a story of him cheating, I'm not gonna cry. Why is the sister crying? She didn't. What? That doesn't even make sense.
know too, as she didn't tell her sister to keep it a secret. It was also her idea to get therapy for herself, but we couldn't find an appointment until weeks later. The school year is over, and she will also take a step back from as many
Tyler, me personally, I'm not taking that.
activities with the PTA next year, only attending things both of us can make. I just mentioned that to share that we as a family will run into theirs at some point. I am in agreement with her that I don't want her to be publicly shamed in our school and neighborhood. If anyone else has kids, they may partly understand why. They often go over to play with neighbor kids at will. It's a typical suburb with gossipy
Tyler, me personally, I'm not taking that.
moms. I know for sure this crap would bleed over and affect their friendships. I am not willing to allow our kids to pay any price.
No, keep the kids out of it. But you're wilding for taking her back, bro. You're absolutely bugging for taking her back. All right, I think we got one more.
What's your craziest? But wait, it gets even worse story. I work as a police and fire dispatcher. This in itself is stressful. In 2017, we were in the middle of a very busy evening with a major accident when I looked in our computer-aided dispatch, or CAD, and saw registration information. I realized it was the car my mom had just bought my 17-year-old daughter. But wait, it gets even worse. The accident was so bad, they were asking for multiple engines and rescues. Then I noticed the traffic units are being dispatched. This only happens with great bodily harm or death. But I couldn't leave, even though by now I had confirmed it was my family on scene. I had to get them help before I left work. The field units were barking out orders and demanding resource after resource. It took everything I had to sit there and get them what was needed. But wait.
They didn't let you go?
It gets even worse. I was finally told I had to go respond to the scene. My 68-year-old.
Please don't tell me he came out, like, please don't make this like a Sasuke coming in on the Uchiha's like dead story, bro, please.
Mentally disabled adopted sister was injured.
You're what? You're what? You're what? You're what? You're what? You're what?
My
You're what?
68-year-old, mentally disabled.
She's 68.
Respond to this. But wait, it gets even worse. I was finally told I had to go respond to the scene. My 68-year-old, mentally disabled adopted sister was injured.
'68, mentally disabled, and adopted. How old are you? How old is he?
Hysterical, and they were unable to calm her down. In addition, my 17-year-old daughter was injured and refused to be treated. She only wanted to leave and wait at the hospital to hear about her grandma.
Nah, for sure.
My mom, who the rescue units had scooped and ran with. This means the paramedic felt my mom had a very slim chance of survival and she might make it out alive if she gets to the hospital quickly. My mom broke her both legs, both arms, all the fingers in her right hand, her pelvis, hip and back.
Oh my God. Oh my God. What did they run into? What? No. Stop. No, bro. It's the way he's telling the story, bro. Give me all the information up front. Stop adding stuff. No, I'm good. I'm good. They ran into absolute bane. I swear, bro. Good freaking Lord. What did they run? They ran into a freaking carnival cruise, bro. All right.
She was in a medically induced coma. She miraculously survived but was bedridden for the rest of her life. She needed help with everything. She was still lucid. She just never walked again. Throughout the year, she contracted sepsis multiple times. She would refuse to go to the doctor or stay in a rehab facility. She would only go when she was unconscious or not lucid enough to say no. But wait, it gets even worse.
Really? How? What more could happen, bro?
In 2016, I noticed a lump in my abdomen. I was told it was scar tissue, so I went to the doctor over and over again and their diagnoses ranged from a cyst to an infection for which I was prescribed antibiotics for. It wouldn't stop growing. By 2018 it was the size of a cantaloupe. It ruptured at work. The bleeding was so bad I was soaked in blood from the waist down. Finally my doctor decided to remove it. They left a huge gaping hole which had to be packed. It kept getting infected, no matter how many times I would clean it and how thorough I was. I was told it was nothing to worry about. After a third massive
Don't believe a doctor when they tell you that, bro.
infection, I scheduled an appointment and saw a nurse practitioner because the doctor wasn't available. It was at this appointment where I was asked, "Why aren't you getting treatment for your cancer?"
Of course. Let's take a minute. Adopted 68-year-old sister who's disabled. Mother who got completely disabled and continues to have complications for the rest of her life in a car accident. Let's just throw cancer into it. Let's just sprinkle that into it.
I was told the mass was a cyst, but when it was tested further they found lymphoma. By the time I got to an oncologist, I had stage 4 cancer and 27 tumors. I had to be
27. Oh my God.
hospitalized because the infection was so bad, I needed 4 antibiotics. But wait, it gets even
How does it get worse? How?
worse. I had to move back in with my mom before all of this happened to pool our resources together to make ends meet. We had an agreement on rent. My mom had always been bad with money, don't get me wrong.
Angelist_cheered. X100. Do you think corn has an underground section? Like, do you think they have a 2 Hoyles of corn or a Playboy Carti?
Did you just ask me if they have a Glock 40 spaz of corn? Andrew, did you just ask me if there's an underground subgenre of corn? Yes, there probably is. That wouldn't surprise me.
She was a great mom. Had no substance or gambling habit, she just loved to buy junk online. While I was hospitalized, I found out our house was in foreclosure. The mortgage company would not work with us. They wanted $30,000. I had to scramble to find us housing which was handicapped accessible, while being hospitalized. My mom got sepsis again. She was transported to the same hospital where I was admitted. This time she was so bad, doctors recommended hospice. In this hospital, hospice was on the same floor as cancer patients. My mom died 400 feet from me, but I was not allowed in her room. I was not allowed to say goodbye. She had contracted MRSA and I was a patient with a very large open wound and a compromised immune system from the cancer. But wait, it gets even worse.
How? Do you die? Do you die? Do you die? Do you die? How? What more can happen?
Worse. I had a daughter I had to support, so I worked right through chemo. I was in an incredible amount of pain and I was very sick. I was very cranky and my brain was fried from chemo. The quality assurance specialist was nitpicking everything we did as a department. I was accused of saying someone should shut her up, so she filed a complaint on me. They opened a whole investigation for the inappropriate comment I supposedly made, but they refused to pull the video to show me where I said it. We are recorded at all times. I was told since I didn't remember, I must have said it, I was too tired, too sick and too weak to fight it. Most of my coworkers were very supportive, but there is always that one. But wait, life wasn't done with me yet. I had to stop working for 6 months, and I ran out of sick leave. My employer would not pay their portion of the premiums unless I had sick leave. Their part of my health insurance was over $1,000 a month. The first round of chemo failed. The second round of chemo failed. I had to move 500 miles from home for treatment. I had to live in a hotel room alone. I was so sick after my treatments I couldn't walk more than a few steps. I had to crawl to the bathroom and just ended up sleeping on the bathroom floor in the hotel room because I didn't have the energy to crawl back to my bed. I was supposed to be on anti-seizure meds, but I couldn't hold them down. I ended up having a seizure and was found unconscious, barely breathing by the hotel staff. I was in a coma for 9 days. When I came out, I couldn't walk at all and had to use a wheelchair. I ended up with cytokine release syndrome and was straight up crazy for a few weeks, or so I'm told, as I don't remember. And I think that's it. I'm slowly recovering from going through all this, and am on my 3rd round of chemo. I hope with everything I have that life still isn't done with me. I want to see my daughter graduate college and become an adult. I still have hope. There is nowhere to go but forwards.
He put something on Sakuna. I swear, bro. Hey, man. Well, that's going to be the W persistence. I'm not going to lie. Yes. Because boy. Oh, my God. Bro, a fever will have me bedridden. I am not as strong. Oh my God. I'm just going to hope that that's fake. I'm not. He's relentless. Bro. Good God. Someone put something on him. Someone said, "Oh, my whole boy's sanity." No freaking cat, bro. Holy. But wait, there's it, bro. You got it. You got it. He's one of the best written characters out there. I'm gonna hope that he has plot armor, bro. I'm freaking crying, bro. Why are you laughing at this? He keeps getting up like you're not Spider-Man. Like, bro, you do not want to be the Hokage, bro. You could give up. Good, you were too. I never laughed at this. I didn't laugh a single time in this reaction, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. He must have had the Totem of Undying. Totem of Undying is crazy. It's a lot. Bro, I did not laugh, bro. I did not laugh. I didn't. No. Hey, man. Well, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys liked this video. We're on some different stuff. If you guys want me to continue reacting to like TikToks and stuff like that, be sure to let me know in the comments. Once again, shout out to my boy Tyler Relief for gathering all this stuff. That's going to be it from us. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.